Hello everybody and welcome to Saturday's video. This one is going to be focused on something that was put out in the community a little while ago, but it's somebody that's been doing a bit of work when it comes to the puzzles and the guessing and things like that. And what I'm referring to is this by Cosmic Marlin, Jonathan. This is always amazing to see these, especially because he did something similar last year with a lot of the predictions actually coming across as being correct, which is really great to see. Now what I'm going to do in this video is go over some of the predictions that Jonathan did and as well just kind of link them up to stuff that's going on in the MCU, in comic books, and also give an explanation of some of them because people have gone, who's this one? Who's that one that he's predicted? Who's this? So that's what we're going to do in this video. There's quite a few I agree with and quite a few I disagree with, but the fact is I'm just going to focus on the ones that people wouldn't really know who they are from the point of actually being put in. The main thing to point out is Phantom X, bottom left hand corner. I do very much agree with that one. That does seem to fit well with that X-Force narrative. But you know, Kabam, they'll probably throw something a bit weird in that just kind of confuses everybody. Now let's keep the topic with the bottom left hand corner, talking about Lady Deathstrike and Weapon H. Now with the recent disappointment of Mystique not actually going to be entered into game anytime soon, with Kabam's troubles with trying to get it working, I do strongly believe that this could be an adequate replacement. Obviously Lady Deathstrike has the relationship with Wolverine, has that kind of rivalry and could really fit into that section. It would be what the second champion, that Weapon H, that could throw up some questions. Now with Weapon H being a sort of logical Weapon X program link off to the left, it does make me think that it could be a possibility for Weapon H in the future. And with Gabriel Frazera kind of tweeting out this image here, which look, it doesn't mean to say yes it's going to be this is Weapon H, because you could say based on the features and the way that maybe there's a shirt there, that could actually be Joe Fixit, or it could be something of a customizational set for Marvel Realm of Champions. Does leave me a little bit excited and also feel that I've been teased a little bit. But on closer inspection, it doesn't really look like there's any kind of customizational sets, and as well, it doesn't really match the Scar imagery for Marvel Realm of Champions. So I don't know what Gabe's pulling there, but it's like, is it a bit of a tease? You just don't know at this point. But yeah, imagine a Wolverine-Hulk hybrid that is so OP. Imagine intense regen, poison immunity, some sort of like weird type powers. Yeah, I tell you what, I'd be really up for that. But you know, it just depends on what Kabam have in store for us in the future with those two links from Wolverine. Now just up by Sunspot, and something that I've kind of overlooked, obviously with the film release of New Mutants, yes, you could say this could be a New Mutant coming in, but it's difficult to pinpoint with the release of the film and how everything now will actually work out. It is really up for anybody's guesses. Now in the film New Mutants, which has been delayed so many times it's just now feels like it's criminal and should just be put on Disney+, is Cannonball. And Cannonball will be played by Charlie Heaton. Obviously a lot of people will remember him or know of him from Stranger Things. Great series on Netflix, you should check it out. And if you're interested in what this character does, he's essentially like a mini kind of Cannonball, except that the way that he kind of works is that he's kind of like explosive, kind of an Invisible Woman force fields meet the likes of the Wakandan armor for the kinetically powered type stuff. It's kind of like a mix between that, but he's able to kind of control that with his body, except for obviously, you know, in other cases where it's been like you hit Black Panther and obviously then all that damage then comes back out at you, if you know what I mean. Also, one of the biggest character predictions is that Charles Xavier. Now, I did have this on for a while, but I do not personally think that we're going to get it. Now, I could be completely wrong. I just feel it's too much of a big character to put in now. And if we were going to see it, we'd probably see it in the next 5 years in order to say that, look, we haven't gone stale with champion rehashes, new variants, MCU versions, and it just keeps the game ticking on a little bit longer to go, look, we can get that favorite champion. But like I said, I could be completely wrong. But if we did have Charles Xavier in, it would mean that the possibilities of having a Nick Fury-like synergy which amplifies things like, well, you know, the mutants and different types of sects of mutants, that would be the best thing, like X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, and have different synergy groups that mean that everybody in there gets a unique buff would be absolutely incredible. So yes, I would be definitely up for it. I just feel that Kabam aren't in the place to put out a champion like this, and depending on how they work it, will they have him in the chair? Will they have him standing up? You know, you just don't know at this given time how they can work it in. There's a section on the far left which includes Doombot and as well Gwenom and War Machine Frank Castle. Now, I do like this theory. I think it's kind of cool. The Punisher War Machine comic book variant was something that was put out about 4 years ago, and it's a quite interesting take on obviously Frank Castle and, you know, making sure he doesn't get his ass beaten up so much. So yeah, having a special suit would be kind of cool, and it does actually look pretty nice, so I would like to see it in game at a later date. And where Gwenom is concerned, if you follow the Spider-Gwen series, you'll know that she got the symbiote kind of attached to her and then becomes obviously Gwenom. So I would like to see this in game. I believe the writer has stopped Gwenom, and I think Spider-Gwen has sort of stopped with this particular person, just said like, you know, well, I'm not going to follow this story any further. But still, it's really cool. I think the look is the thing that makes it just like so unique and amazing. I love the way the tongue's kind of incorporated into the hood, and yeah, I'd like to see like a super OP version of Spider-Gwen in the future, so that would be nice. I think the section that comes into the greatest doubt is kind of middle top left, where you've got your Red Guardian, you've got your Black Widow, we've got as well the Falcon, the Captain America version, and as well Baron Zemo. The more that I look at the association and way everything factors in, it kind of gives me the idea of thinking that the link will be where Baron Zemo and the Falcon ult could be based on, well, what's happened in World War II and the time after, and how this could be, instead of Baron Zemo, could actually be another character. And the Killmonger link off from what could be Captain America World War II, I'm still thinking could be Red Guardian. It kind of works somewhat there, but not exactly with the timeline. But it looks more logical to link off Winter Soldier with the Deadly Origin version of Black Widow. Because the fact is, there is this link more with Black Widow and Winter Soldier, which is really prominent for her life being prolonged by a serum after the events that I would have covered on Thursday's video. Now indeed that could be completely wrong, but there's a lot of things to digest with those 4 placements, whether or not there's a sufficient link from the 2 kind of random ones in the middle of nowhere, and whether or not there could be something that's there that's not, but still, time will tell. On the top right hand corner where you've got the Nova, Squirrel Girl, and, well, I know there's this Tippy Toe link. I don't know if I see Tippy Toe being there, but the fact is I do agree that that seems to work out very much on point. I did think about there was another theory with this, but again, that's another video for another day, and I'll probably have to redo my puzzle fairly soon, but I do like this so far. Now over to the middle, talking about stuff when it comes to Marvel Realm of Champions. Yeah, I mean, this one's up for anybody's interpretation. The Barons around the center point of the circle, and the outer circle will be the playable characters, and maybe some other characters that will come into the Marvel Contest of Champions game in the future. Over to the right, Entropy. Now I do agree with this one, but I think it's Grievous at the end of all things, who is obviously controlled by Entropy. I know a lot of people have said that it could be Grandmaster Prime, and I do rate that theory. I think that it's rather good. The tagline of saying at the end of all things there's me does pinpoint that it could be a little bit of a tease that it could be it, but we'll have to see. Over on the right hand side, I think Cosmic Marlin has got a good point. He's linking a lot of things when it comes to Fantastic Four villains or ones that have had interactions with other types of characters, so this could work rather well. Obviously he's gone for Goblin when it comes to just above the Iron Patriot, but one shouldn't undermine the idea that maybe it could be Hobgoblin that fits into that kind of story arc, or it could be another random character, which we talked about some weird kind of associations with mech suit versions of things, but yeah, it could be Goblin, it could be something that works quite well with that question mark. Now we mentioned those Fantastic Four villains briefly, now let's go into a little bit more depth, with the first one being Wizard. Wizard mainly can be found with the association with the Frightful Four, and as well had Medusa in its ranks, but the fact is it is an evil organisation, and as well came to blows with a lot of members of the Fantastic Four. So it has this really cool association, and I'd love to think that this could be a character in, even though it looks a bit weird. But with the more recent comic book run, he does actually possess a more modern look, which, look, I'd like to see that in the game, be a strong tech champion and have some really unusual but kind of fun powers. Mainly from his tech powers giving him like amazing armor, durability, having these kind of like amazing strength from even his gloves, and as well these anti-gravity discs. So yeah, it can be pretty incredible. Not to mention this kind of like interaction with potential tech champions and as well robot champions as well. So there could be some really cool stuff on offer for us. And now let's finish off the video on the 2 characters in the bottom right hand corner, which is Impossible Man and as well the Ghost Rider Frank Castle variant, the Cosmic version of Ghost Rider. Now I like this theory because Impossible Man is actually a herald of Galactus. The only limitation to this comes in the shape and form of the mystique issue, in that the character is able to change itself into other things, and even at one time impersonated Galactus, so that is a mammoth undertaking, and I don't know if Caban would be at the stage to do that, and especially with this being a powerful character, extensional reproduction when it comes to things like regeneration, even like changing himself into having like two beings. There's a lot on offer from this character, so I don't know if it will be a bit too much. But yeah, I totally dig the Fantastic Four links, the Galactus and Heralds link as well. So this could be a really cool option and could be something we could see in the next year or two. Now the next biggest question is, could we see a Ghost Rider Cosmic version featuring Frank Castle? Now yes, there is every possibility that we could see another Herald of Galactus being something like the Ghost Rider, but I think that this is something that Caban may look to go, yeah, okay, there's possibility of putting this in, but yeah, there's so many other heralds to choose from, and on my personal favourite, I don't think it's going to enter in, which is the Herald Galactus Thor version. But let's face it, if we do get this Ghost Rider Herald of Galactus version, you're in store for a completely badass champion. You've got Power Cosmic, you've got all the abilities that Ghost Rider possesses, and as well, it just goes above and beyond. For me, it's like, if you take Silver Surfer, plus your Ghost Rider and then put it together, you get this absolutely amazing champion. So I just want to end by saying a massive thank you and a massive shout out to Cosmic Marlin, who puts together so much effort with making these look so nice and crisp, and as well putting together the little dates as there for his predictions. And as well, I want to give a shout out to the other MC Gabe and as well Deacon, who put a lot of effort when it comes to, like, you know, talking about new champions we could see in story arcs and predictions and stuff like that, because it's always interesting to read those things. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Put in the comment section about some of the predictions that Cosmic Marlin has put together, and as well debate it, see if we can get some other ideas. I like the fact that these are different to things I've had and other players have had, so this is great, really good to see. And I hope you've learned some stuff about some other characters as well that potentially could be in at a later date. Thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye for now. Oh, and you can check out some of the content that I posted yesterday. That would be helpful, help support the channel. Watch another video, why not? You know, give the like button a try, that's nice. Other links to other stuff that I do here, that's great. Thank you, have a lovely Saturday, bye!